Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and bypass MAC filtering on a router. So we're going to go into our Windows system and configure our router first. So the default IP address for my router is 192.168.2.1. Yours may be different depending on what model of router you have. And then we're going to go into MAC address filtering. It may have a slightly different title depending on your router. And as you can see, I already have all my MAC addresses filled in there. I just haven't enabled it yet. But basically, this just acts as an access control list. The only systems that can access this wireless network are ones that have their MAC address programmed into this whenever it's enabled. So we go ahead and enable MAC filtering and then apply changes. Okay, and now it's on. So we'll go ahead and log out of the router. And then we will switch over to our backtrack system. And well, actually, no. First, let's go ahead and open up or connect to our wireless network with this system. So I'll go ahead and remove the Cat5 cable, and now I'm going to go ahead and connect wirelessly. Okay, and wireless network HackNet, and we'll go ahead and connect. Disconnect from CL, which we're currently connected to, and connect to HackNet. And so now with this computer on the wireless network, we'll actually have traffic traveling back and forth between this computer and the wireless access point. Well, first let me go ahead and test to make sure that I do have connectivity, or demonstrate that we do. We'll go ahead and open up Google, and we are online because the MAC station for this, my wireless NIC for this machine, is in that access control list. So we will go ahead and switch over. And now that we're in our backtrack machine, let's go ahead and open up a terminal. And before we actually get started, I'll go ahead and open up our wireless connection utility. And I'm going to prove to you guys that we can't actually connect currently to the HackNet network because the MAC address associated with my wireless network interface card is not in that access control list on this system. And usually that takes a while, so I'll go ahead and let that run in the background while I do some real quick interface maintenance. So we'll go ahead and do an ifconfig. And then that's the list of the interfaces that we currently have. And I'll go ahead and take my Ethernet interface down since we're not going to be using that. And then an airmon-ng start WLAN 0. And that'll put my interface into monitoring mode, my wireless interface, and give that a second. Okay, so there that is, and then I have config just to see, and there it is, mon 0, so that's the monitoring interface that was created by the airmon command. And do IW list WLAN 0 scanning, and this will list all of the wireless access points that are currently being detected by our wireless interface card. And that's taking a minute. Okay, there it is. And so I'll go ahead and scroll up to the top, and we'll look through these real quick and go ahead and find our network that we're trying to connect to that has the MAC filtering enabled. So not that one, no. And here we go, HackNet. So we're on channel 6, so that's something you want to keep in mind what channel you're on, and also you want to copy the MAC address for that wireless access point. So copy this, and then we'll roll down to the bottom. And hopefully this is going to connect. Okay, here we go. Actually, right on time. Connection failed, unable to get IP address. And so the wireless access point will not grant me access to the network currently because I'm not in that access control list. So now we'll go ahead and start what we need to do in order to spoof a MAC address in order to get on that network. So we'll do an airodump-ng -C, and then this is going to specify the channel that we want to collect packets for. Then channel 6 -A-BSSID. Then we're going to go ahead and paste the MAC address for our wireless access point, and then specify our monitoring interface with mon 0. And now that that's running, we can go ahead and see what workstations are connected. Currently, that laptop is my Windows laptop is the only one connected. So, and you can actually see under the station right here my laptop MAC address. So we'll go ahead and copy that. And then we're going to spoof the MAC address with a MAC changer, and then -M, and then paste our MAC address for our workstation that we're trying to spoof, and then WLAN 0, and that is the interface that we're going to apply that new MAC to. Now this actually shows me what our error is that we're running into currently, and that's that our interface is currently up. It won't apply a spoofed MAC address to an interface until you take the interface down. So we'll go ahead and do ifconfig and WLAN 0 and down. And now that the interface is down, we'll go ahead and pop that back in there, and there we go. Fake MAC address and actual MAC address. Now we'll go ahead and put it back up. ifconfig WLAN 0 up, and then we will go ahead and try to connect again now that we are spoofing that MAC address. So connecting and obtaining IP address. All right, there we go. So connected at HackNet at 100% down here at the bottom with IP address 192.168.2.4. So as you can see, that's how you spoof a MAC address in order to bypass MAC filtering on a network.